Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthayo Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Tinamini Namaste Sarasate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunnavadi Paschata Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Binda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya karo more Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Daya karo more Tuma vina ke dayalu jagata samsare Tuma vina ke dayalu jagata samsare Patita pavana hetu tavaya avatar Moshama-patita Prabhu Napaibeya Moshama-patita Prabhu Napaibeya Aha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi Yaha Prabhu Nityananda Premananda Sukhi Kripa Kana Karo Yami Baraduki Kripa Kanakaro boro dukhi Daya karo Sitapati Advaita Gosai Daya karo Sitapati Advaita Gosai Taba kripa bole pai Chaitanya Nitai Taba kripa bole pai Chaitanya Nitai Aha Sarup Sanatanam Rupa Raghunatha Bhatta Juga Sri Jivaha Prabhu Lokanatha Aha Sarup Sanatana Bhatta Raghunatha Srijiva Gopala Bhatta Dasaraguna Aha Daya Karo Sri Acharya Prabhu Srinivasa Ramachandra Sangamage Narottama Dasa Ramachandra Sangamage Narottama Dasa Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada 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 Gurudev Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Nitai Gaura Haribol 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 Nitai Gaur Haribol. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, thank you for joining this beautiful session of Sri Shikshastakam. Hare Krishna, Mother Kamala Kishori Devi Dasi.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my Namabat Pranam to your lotus feet.
Hare Krishna.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I'm in a new location for a couple days, preaching tour in Tampa.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna. So, would you like to recite the 8 verses?
Sure, Prabhu.
Okay. Is your people aware of this session?
Yeah, Prabhu, I just posted
Okay.
a reminder.
Sure.
Okay, we'll start by the time they'll join. Shri Shakshakam ki jai. Cheto darpanam bhavamahadavagni nirvapanam Shreya kairava chandrika vitaranam Vidyavadu jivanam Anandambudivardhanam pratipadam Pur amritashta swadanam Sarvatma stambanam param vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti Tatra Pita Niyamita Smaranena Kala. Should I share the screen, Prabhu?
You can.
Maybe they can also see the verse. Host disabled participant sharing. Prabhuji, it's disabled.
Disable. Let's see. Okay, try.
Yeah. Nam Namakari Baguda Nija Sarva Shakti Tratra Pita Niyamita Smaranena Kala Edadrishi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaiva Midrishamiha Janina Nuragaha Trinadapi Sunishena Tarorapi Sahisnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniye Sadahari Nadanam Najanam Na Sundaram Kavitam Va Jagatisha Kamaye Mama Janmani Janmanishware Bhavatat Bhaktir Haituki Tvai Ainand तनुज किंकरं पतितामां विषमे भवाम्बुधौ कृपया तव पाद पंकज सितधुलितदृशं विचिन्तय नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गद्गदहृदय गिरा पुलकैर्निशितं वापु कदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति युगायितं निमिषेण चक्षुषा प्राविशायितं शून्यायितं जगत् सर्वं गोविन्द विरहेण मे आलिश्य वा पादरतं विनष्टु मामदर्शमर्महतं करोतु वा यथा तथा वा विदतु लम्पटो मत्प्राणनस्तु स एव नापरा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Prabhuji.
Thank you. So, dear devotees, let us begin our session now. We are on the Sri Shikshastakam third verse. First of all, let us pay our homage, offer our obeisances, dandavat at the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. So please join together with folded hand and your beautiful heart, offer it to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada in a form of flower. Om Jnanati Mirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmitam
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं
Jena
येन तस्मै
Tasmai Sri
श्रीगुरुवे
Gurave
नमः
Namah Sri Chaitanya
श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं
Manobishtam Stapitam
स्थापितं येन
Jena
भूतले
Bhutale Swayam
स्वयं
Rupa
भूत्वा कदा
Kada
मह्यं
Dhatisha
ददाति
Padam
स्वपदान्तिकम्
Bandeyam
वन्देऽहं
Sri Guru
श्रीगुरोन्
Sri Juta Padakamalam
श्रीयुतपादकमलं
Sri Guru
श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च
Sri
श्रीरूपं
Ram
साग्रजातं
Sagrajatam
गण
Sahagana Anitam
रघुनाथान्वितं
Tam
तं सजीवं
Sajivam Sadvaitam
साद्वैतं
Savadhutam
सावधूतं
Parijana Sahitam
परिजनसहितं
Krishna Chaitanya
कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं
Devam Sri
श्रीराधा
Radha Krishna
कृष्णपदां
Padan
सहगना
Sahagana
ललिता
Lalita Sri
श्रीविशाखान्वितं च
Vishakanitamscha Om Namo
नमो
Vishnu Padaya
पद्मश्रवदाय
Krishna Prestaya
कृष्णप्रस्थाय
Bhutale
भूतले
Srimate
श्रीमते
Bhaktivedanta
भक्तिवेदान्त
Swamini
स्वामिनिति
Namine
नामिने नमस्ते
Namaste
सरस्वती
Saraswate Deve
देवी
Gauravani
गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे
Pracharine
निर्विशेष
Nirvishesha Swati
शून्यवादी
Paschatade
पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे
Shatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhescha
कल्पतरुपश
Kripa
कृपा
Sindhubhai
सिन्धुभ्यैव च
Vacha Patitanam
पतितानां
Pavane
पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो
Vaishnavebhyo Namo
नमो
Namo
नमः
Namo
ॐ
Mahabhadanaya
धन्याय
Krishna Prema
कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते
Pradayate Krishnaya
कृष्णाय
Krishna Chaitanya
कृष्णचैतन्य
Namne
नाम्ने
Gauratishe
गौरतिसे
Namah He
कृष्ण
Krishna Karuna
करुणा
Sindhu
सिन्धु
Dinabandhu
दीनबन्धो
Jagatpate
जगत्पते
Gopesha
गोपेश
Gopika
गोपिका कान्त
Kanta Radha
राधाकान्त
Kanta Namaste
नमोऽस्तुते
Tapta
तप्त
Kanchana
काञ्चन गौराङ्गी
Gaurangi Radhe
राधे
Vrindavaneshwari
वृन्दावनेश्वरि
Vrishabhanu
वृषभानो सते देवी
Pranamami
प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये
Hari Bhakta
हरि
Vihinaya Parada Lakshe Shiptascha Kamadi Tarangamati Kripa Maitam Saranam Prapanna Brinde Namaste Charanara
चरणारविन्दम्
Jai Sri Krishna
चैतन्य
Chaitanya Prabhu
प्रभो नित्यानन्द
Nityananda
श्री अद्वैत
Adaita Gadadhara
गदाधर
Srivas Adi
श्रीवासदि
Gaur
गौरभक्तवृन्द
Bhakta Hare Krishna
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे कृष्ण
Krishna Krishna
कृष्ण
Krishna
कृष्ण
Hare
हरे
Hare
हरे
Hare
हरे
Rama
राम
Hare
हरे राम
Rama Rama
राम
Rama
राम
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Rama Rama.
Rama, Hare Hare. So this verse, third verse, is the standard of measurement. Are we advancing to receive the ultimate fortune, or we are just not aware of it, or we are going backward? It will be nice to know how to measure of our advancement. So we begin with what is holy name. This is beautifully explained in Madhya Chaitanya Charitamrita 23.1. Chiradadattam nijagupta vittam saprema namamritati udara apamaram jo vitatar gaura Krishna janebhostamaham prapadde. Chirad adattam nijagupta vrittam, the most magnificent supreme personality of Godhead. Nobody, no incarnation ever gave himself completely to conditioned soul in a form of merciful. The most magnificent supreme personality of Godhead, no Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Gaura Krishna, distributed to everyone, even the lowest of men, his own confidential treasure in the form of nectar, of love, of himself, and the holy name. This was never given to the people at any time before. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto him. We see even other culture, like in Christianity, they chant something like, O our Father, thou art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name. Matthew 6.9. We see also Guru Nanak, the Sikh Sampradaya. They also pray every day. In the ambrosial hours of the morning, I meditate on the grace of the true name. They mention the name. They don't give the direct name, but they do mention the name. Even in Islam religion, they repeatedly chant 99 sacred names of Allah on their prayer beads. Those who are advanced, they do every day. Even in Buddhism, we find there are serious practitioners who practice repetition of the name of Lord Buddha. Namo Amida so like this. Those who are followers of Sanatan Dharma or Vaishnava, Ishkan followers, we always chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. So it is nice. The Lord is most merciful, and we have access to receive that mercy. But then we discuss that, yes, Lord is merciful, but that mercy is not relished or received by everybody equally, or somebody is deprived of it. And good example is Bhagavatam 10.43.17, where it shows Mallanam Ashinam Naravarastrinam Smaramurtiman Gopanam Sajano Ashatam Shitibujam Shasta Sapitaro Shishu Mritur Bhojapate Virat Vidosam Tattam Paramajoginam Vrishninam Paradevata Iti Vidito Rangam Gatos Agraja. When they saw the Lord, our Acharya graded different category of chanter or perceiver, the holy name or the Lord. And according to their conditioning, they are drawing the favorable result, becoming very fortunate. Also, some are unfavorable result they got. How is possible? Lord is very sweet, affectionate. So when you have time, if you read that verse 10.43.17 on Bhagavatam, that Malanam, for the wrestler, they saw the frightening lightning. They did not taste the beautiful sweet madhuram, adharam madhuram, badanam madhuram. That sweetness of the king of sweet, they did not relish. But thousands of men, their heart were pure and they relished Krishna's beauty. The ladies in the audience, they were very captivated. They did not know their feeling Cupid is a person. When they saw Krishna, they saw, oh my God, he is the person of my feeling. They all tasted his presence in their life. Chanting holy name, you're supposed to taste it. And there is another group, Opanam, for the cowards, Sajana, their relatives. They saw Krishna and they were very happy. They immediately started relishing up to their complete full. But there are other group like impious kings. Impious means they are envious to the devotee, envious to God, don't want to. They saw Krishna, they felt he's going to punish us. They felt frightened, feared. They literally try to run away from God. Or you can say those who don't like to chant. Same category. Then there are another category like Vasudev Maharaj, Devaki, and they are all relatives. Vasudev Maharaj had other 16 wives. So they all were there with their family. They felt very affectionate towards Krishna and their tears started pouring out from their eyes. They released Krishna's reciprocation at that moment. Simultaneously, Kamsa was there. He saw Krishna as a death, the most frightening form. So Prabhu's and Mother, think about it. How come Kamsa saw the most frightening form and side by side others like Akrura, Uddhava, they are sitting there too in Kamsa's court and they felt tremendous joy in their heart. Then there were another category who had no intelligence, or you can say unintelligent, and they literally relish. No, they could not relish they saw the whole material universal form in Krishna. They were not comfortable. Then there were some yogi, like four Kumaras, Sanakas. They saw Krishna as a Brahman. They felt very peaceful. There were another group of in the audience, out of thousands and thousands, who saw that Krishna is the most worshipable object. They instantly fell in love with him and started worshiping him. So the question comes, how come one Krishna, one holy name, one person chant or one person had that vision, tasted holy name or tasted the beauty of Krishna. Another person side by side, same time, seeing the same object, Krishna, felt threatened and literally wanted to run away from that scenery, not look at Krishna. These are the thoughts we should contemplate. So in Sri Upadeshamrita talks about verse 7, that how holy name, character, pastimes, Sheta Krishna Nama Charitadi Sita Pavidda Pitta Upatapta Rasanasana Ruchikanu Kintu Adarat Anudinam Khalu Saiva Justa Sadi Kramat Bhavati Tadagada Mulahanti. The holy name, Krishna Nam, character, pastimes, activity of Krishna are all transcendently sweet, like sugar candy. But the tongue of some, when got afflicted by the jaundice or ignorance, avidya, cannot taste anything sweet. It is wonderful that simply by careful chanting these sweet names every day, a natural relish awakens within the tongue and the disease gradually get destroyed. This is very nice. What are the prevention we can do? We should be aware of the offense. There are 3 stages of chanter or chanting, both. One is the offensive stage, another is stage of lessening or clearing the offenses. And third is pure stage. Our goal is as soon as possible we should go to pure stage. With that note, we're starting today. 3rd verse. Trinadapi sunichena Tarurapi shahishnuna manina manadena kirtaniya sadahari. Kirtaniya sadahari. Trinath api, downtrodden grass. I was driving and I remember I was driving on a grass field for a few minutes and I was thinking about this verse. If a big truck ran over my body, I would not be able to. If it did yesterday, I would not be talking here right now. I would be dead. Big trucks in America, they are really heavy. But they went through, they ran over the little grass. And after finish, I went to the little grass and look at it. They're still okay, intact. Well, they got hurt, obviously. But this grass, you can pull it out. It's not like too hard. So what is it that the grass tolerated? The big truck pressure, but if Pran Govinda Das's body goes underneath that big truck, will be finished. So example Mahaprabhu gave. So the translation goes, we can see, one who thinks himself lower than the grass, who is more tolerant than a tree, and who does not expect personal honor, yet is always prepared to give all respect to others, can very easily chant the holy name of the Lord. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antolila, chapter 20, last chapter, the final chapter, he talks about it. Just imagine, entire Leela, his pastimes, is closed with Shikshashtakam. How important is that? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told to Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Rai that hear from me the symptom of how one should chant the holy name to awaken very easily one's dormant love for Krishna. One who thinks himself lower than the grass, who is more tolerant than a tree, who does not expect personal honor and is always ready to give all respect to others, can very easily always chant the holy name of the Lord. It's easy. Is it easy? Then we would all be drowned into ecstasy by chanting this. So let us discuss a little bit. There are four parts of this verse. Trinadopi sunichena. So that's Trinadopi sunichena. That's one part. What is Trinadopi? Downtrodden grass. Sunichena, being lower. What is indicating to our personal life while we are serving holy name? It's indicating Shraddha is the most valuable as in sadhaka's life. Shraddha, the most valuable. Non-violence, peacefulness, affectionate, nurturing, giving no trouble to anyone, and capital of a pure spiritual seeker. Our greatest enemy of Shraddha is false ego. As long as the mind and heart possess false ego, they cannot feel any taste. I hope you can remember this. Sincere humility, born from the knowledge of the living being who are infinitesimal position, is a great friend who protects and nurtures one's spiritual life. Therefore, humility represent, you can say, noble principle of egoless approach to the Supreme Lord. We heard last week that self-pity is not humility. Correct. Self-pity can seem like humility because both appear to involve having a low, even negative conception of ourselves. So self-pity is a self-centered. It makes us wallow in thought about our problem, our inadequates. In Bhagavad Gita 13th chapter, verse 8, Krishna gives a summary of what is knowledge. But then he began with humility. It's the same humility Mahaprabhu says is required. So humility is a knowledge also. Means you have to be fully aware. And Jiva Goswami Pad writes that you have to also experience humility. Humility is not just admitting that other person is right when they are right. It is also admitting that we are wrong when we happen to be wrong. Some people find an apology extremely difficult to give, to admit that they were wrong. So even when evidence proves that in an argument another person was right, they may be grudgingly admit that other person was right. But while that taste bitter to them, admitting that they were wrong tastes even more bitter, intolerably bitter in fact. We must adjust our humility or modify in its practical application. I remember a story I heard when a temple was attacked, a gun was used by the devotees to defend the temple. Later, there was a complaint amongst the local people. They said, hey, I thought they are humble. The Hare Krishnas are humble. They are tolerant. Why they have crossed the advice of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? To be humbler than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, they cannot be devotee. So many complaints were coming. I remember because the Dakat attack in Mayapur, and we had two guns in Prabhupada's room. And anyway, Nitachan Maharaj and Pankajchangi Prabhu, they started shooting. But the local people were complaining that why Vaishnavas be in violence, as if people should come and take away and destroy the bhakti centers and we should just observe and nothing do. Because general class of people are ignorant. They're mad. They do not know what is good or bad. So their consideration has no value to us. Who is qualified to judge whether a devotee is offering respect to all or not expecting any for himself? Who will judge whether devotee really humble, tolerant, madman? Ignorant people, have they any sense of judge? Who is humble, who is tolerant, who is respectful to others? There must be standard by which to judge humility. We are interested in the criterion given by a higher thinker, not the consideration of ignorant masses. More humility, less opposition. This is my own personal observation in that incident. While treating the path of bhakti, if we are well equipped with this helpful mood, then we shall certainly, dear Prabhus and mothers, certainly will meet less opposition. Trinadapi suni chena, humbler than a blade of grass, I will not allow myself to be the cause of any friction with the environment. Then I shall try to bear it silently, without giving any opposition. And the third is amanina manadana. I won't try to gain any popularity, any good name, fame. I won't hanker for that. But at the same time, I shall give proper respect to the environment and everyone who is in their environment. So I shall offer respect, but I won't desire any respect from others. The more we try to go on our way with this mood, this kind of attitude, and corresponding behavior, the less difficulty we shall have to face. Those who are in mission, we all are in mission, ISKCON devotees are in mission. Under the guidance of higher realized soul, can face many dangers. If we cannot, then we shall invite him to our Guru. Our attitude should be that with this humility, we should keep going, chanting, carrying out the order of our Gurus, Prabhupads. And if in some way I get wounded by the local environment in that attempt, while I'm chanting and leading my family life or devotional family life, if some way I get wounded, then my spiritual stamina will increase as a result of following the order of the higher agent, Vaishnava Seva. I shall be more greatly benefited thereafter. I don't want any personal agenda or personal motivation. They are almost insane. But I want a position in the eye of my master, my Gurudev, that yes, he is promising boy, he will spiritually prosper us. When higher guardian look upon me with some affectionate encouragement, that will be my capital. When we are alone in a solitary place, going on chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, then of course this verse, Trinadapi Sunichena, must be strictly observed at all times. But when fighting under a general in a preaching campaign, then at all time the second part of this verse is Tororiva Shohisnuna. Tororiva Shohisnuna, tolerance. How? Toror, then a tree, Eva like Shohisnuna with tolerance. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur interestingly says this: tree tolerates cutting his own body, but devotee like Haridas Thakur, Jesus, not only tolerate while getting punished by others, but praying for punisher. That's why it says you have to tolerate more than the tree. I hope it's clear to everybody. More than the tree means tree will tolerate, but tree will not pray for you. if you are the cutter. But Haridas Thakur was praying for. Where is the proof? Chaitanya Bhagavat. তুমি ভালো চিন্তিলে না করো মই বল তোমা লাগি মোর চক্র হইল বিফল. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, because you are always wishing good, even though they are beating you, your skin is separating from your body, blood is coming out, but you are praying for their good. তুমি ভালো চিন্তিলে না করো মই বল তোমা লাগি মোর চক্র হইল বিফল. And as a result, my chakra, Sudarshan Chakra, was ready to kill all those Javanas, Muslims. But because Mahaprabhu, Haridas Thakur is thinking good, wishing them. Even Jesus, Prabhupada mentioned few times in Bhagavatam, that Jesus was praying also, that my Lord, forgive them, they don't know what they are doing. So that's called tolerate more than the trees. When the holy name of the Lord, Hari, which is personified of Prakrit, Aprakat, Chinmay, Rasa, then it will make its appearance in the heart of the practicing devotee, sadhaka. His heart becomes overwhelmed. He begins to think like this, that I don't have love for Lord. I should pray for others. So I'm looking also at the time. Now, if we ask the question, so what is the fruit of tolerance? Why tolerance has to require to chant? The tolerance is not weakness. It is not that let other use us, not that other steps on us. Ultimately, tolerance is to make us spiritually advance. And how we will do that unless we are focused. How will we do the things we wanted to do unless we are focused? So first, tolerance means tolerance of suffering prescribed by the scripture like Ekadashi Brata. Your stomach is hungry. You say, no. Be happy with little water or little fruit, not a big meal. Another tolerance of suffering from other beings who are disrespectful. This guy, Pran Govinda Das, is a rascal. Can I tolerate this? Yes. Tolerating suffering from cold and heat. Without controlling the tongue, genital, other types of steadiness are useless. These are very important. Srila Prabhupada says to Amarendra Prabhu, he's in Alachua, he told me that one's greatness, how great or advanced a devotee is estimated by the tolerance. What? Just by tolerance? Yes. Haridas Thakur exhibited that. If you look at Haridas Thakur's life, you'll see he tolerated from sense gratification. Lakha Hira came, the best prostitute. Then Maya Devi came herself, offer herself to him, but he tolerated everything. Tolerate doesn't mean you criticize or hate this, but you actually don't make big deal about it. When somebody insults you or other, you tolerate without complaining or revealing to others. Haridas Thakur also tolerated when 22 markets places the Muslim were beating him. Haridas Thakur tolerated when Gopal Chakraborty humiliated him. He said, I don't believe just by Namabas the liberation will come. If you cannot prove it, In 3 days, I'll cut your nose. Haridas Thakur did not oppose or quoted Shastra to defeat him. He just tolerated. Of course, Gopal Chakravarti lost his own nose instead of cutting Haridas Thakur's nose. Then another tolerance is also from sickness. Very old, sick. Maybe I should reduce now japa. No, don't. I remember Giriraj Swami in one lecture, he says, one reason to tolerate is that we have no choice, like Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj did not have a choice. So he tolerated. And another tolerance is like Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He took a mango to eat as a little boy, but Bhaktivinoda Thakur scolded him. He said, you should offer this before you eat. It is not nice that you did that. And whole life, Prabhupada brag about it, the whole life he tolerated. Never took mango. Now some of you may think like, what is the big deal about mango? Like for American kids, the ice cream and sweet rice, ice cream and cake. For a Bengalis, mango is same. So whole life he remembered, and anytime some mango were offered to him, he said, oh no, I'm an offender. So we can forgive, he forgave himself, but not forget the incident. So this way he protected himself and remained humble. Once Prabhupada was asked by Giriraj Swami, it's difficult to be under temple authority. How to cope up? And Prabhupada replied, think leaders are like a bus driver. All the devotees are passenger. Who is the temple president? You are like a bus driver. You're taking all the temple spiritually, uplifting. All the devotees are passenger. We can suggest as it requires, but we must understand that the driver is still in charge. If there is something, the bus is going a little fast or slow, don't start talking bad about the driver. Tamal Krishna Maharaj, Giriraj Maharaj asked Tamal Krishna Maharaj that when Prabhupada is here, everybody is okay, happy in the temple. As soon Prabhupada leaves, all the problem starts again. Anxiety, worry, stress. So then he asked to Prabhupada and then revealed back to Giriraj Swami that Lord Chaitanya says, even if tree is drying up, it doesn't ask for water. So be neutral, liberal. You may feel for urges, but tolerate. Don't do it. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, if someone comes to cut the tree down, the tree will give shade to that person while he is cutting his. Unbelievable. The body of the Lord are so forbearing that even though they are defamed, cheated, cursed, disturbed, neglected, even killed, they're never inclined to avenge themselves. So there are many, many quotes of Srila Prabhupada. How important is that? Generally, 4 types of tolerance, if you can remember. One is Bega Sahishnu. When urges comes within your mind and body, just tolerate. Just tolerate. When Danda Sahishnu means whenever you see your friend, you'd like to talk and control that friend. No, you don't need to control or dominate your discussion. Third, whenever we hear a news, bad news, we want to spread it so quick. Tolerate. No need to. And then when we see someone is being successful, it's difficult to tolerate. No, you go and beg their mercy and glorify. Then that is tolerance. Then the enmity will never come. Life in our spiritual life, sometimes we see life may knock us down, but it cannot keep us down. We should remember that. So there are some criteria in our literature given, like for an example, if you say, okay, tolerate, is there a limit of tolerance? Forgiving, is there a limit? Yes, there is a limit. In Bali Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj's discussion, that Prahlad Maharaj said to Bali Maharaj, my dear Bali, few person following should be forgiven. Who can be forgiven? One who has done nice service in the past, even if guilty of a grave fault, forgive that person. Because he has done such a nice service in the past. Another person, one who depends due to ignorance, one who offends due to ignorance or foolishness. The person didn't know, you can see that. He's ignorant, he's just saying, oh, this he cannot tolerate. It's all right. You can forgive that person. Another person, Prahlad Maharaj says you should forgive if that is the first time offender, never committed offense, but it's the first time did it, forgive that person. And that person will get out of offensive nature. Another person, one who has committed some wrong against his will. Other offender may sometime be forgiven just to create a good public image. We see sometime in rare cases in the Vaishnavism. But then Bali Maharaj also told by Prahlad Maharaj, then certain people you should never forgive. Like who? One who has knowingly offended but claims to be innocent. Even if his offense is slight, don't forgive. Another person is like a second offender, like no matter how small his misdemeanor, intentionally is doing, don't. Because chances to recover will be lost. So in conclusion, illusion or maya means dislocation, which is unhealthy. So what is the proper adjustment that is necessary? So we can relocate to a healthy position. Why? Because you are an architect of your own spiritual fortune. Dear devotees, you are an architect of your own spiritual fortune. The cure for madness, ignorance is not accidental. Please remember, it is earned by your previous action. Even in Niti Shastra, it says man is the architect of his own fortune. Bad weather I'm meeting with at present has been earned by myself. Don't complain against the environment. Utilize it as best as you can try to see the grace of the Absolute there. Anomaly I am facing at this present time is the product of my own action. No one else is to be blamed. Not only is that true, but from another viewpoint, it can also be seen that in the guise of an apparently unfavorable environment, according to the vision of my present experience, that is necessary medicine for my disease. The medicine to cure my madness. It is like medicine dispensed by the Lord. He is everywhere with his sympathetic hands extended to us in the circumstances of most intense danger. To have this attitude, to have the key, the solution that solves our unfavorable circumstances, our unfavorable position, you should remember, the Lord is not vindictive, like vengeful. No, God is never like that. Holy name is not like that. He does not want us to get punished. Punishment has come only to teach us. The punishment is there, but coming from an affectionate hand to teach us, to improve us, to help us. We must see the danger like that. So set yourself right, not others. The real peace you will find. Never try to enjoy the result of your action. This is the key to a successful life. Happiness will flow from that. You will find infinite is your friend, Krishna. Everything is a part and parcel of the original. Therefore, God is manifested in everything. It is not that we can sacrifice or negate everything and only God remains. Otherwise, why we are here? Our individuality extents are real. Existence is real. So both sides must have some recognition, harmony between them is truth proper. This is the conception of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So dislocation is unhealthy, remember. Proper adjustment is necessary. Maya, which is misconception, means dislocation. That's all. I'm looking at small notes I have here. Omanina, manatena. Other two part. But because of the time, I think we'll wait. Mother Kamala Kishori Devi, what is your suggestion?
We can finish this verse, Prabhu, or I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah, otherwise, I mean, there are many things to be said, but it's okay. We can finish. Say Manadena, I'll just give a short answer like what I read Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Chaitanya Shikshamrita. He gave 8 reasons for respecting other people. 8 8 reasons. One is respect to human. Two, respect to those who are civilized. 3, respect to position. 4, respect to educated. Vidya marjada. Respect to those with good qualities, especially Brahmanas, Sannyasis, Vaishnavas. Sadguna marjada. 6, respect according to Varna, Brahmanas. 7, respect according to Ashrama, Sannyasis. 8, respect to devotion, Bhaktas. I think that's good enough. If we can learn how to respect these 8 types of people, I mean, there are many, Niti Shastra gives 5. You should always respect king, queen. You should respect the Brahmana, guru, doctor, astrologer. If you don't, you lose. So there is a good reason. And if you do this way, then Kirtaniya Sadahari, then you will chant very properly. There are many examples, Prabhupada, in life also I find that I made a little note. This gave me pressure of hearing so many Prabhupada's lecture to make a little note. And that's very nice. So the mentality of an advanced sadhaka should be when a tree is cut down, it does not protest. Even when drying up, it does not ask anyone for water. The tree delivers its fruits, flowers, whatever else it possesses to anyone, everyone. It tolerates scorching heat, torrents of rain, yet it still gives shelter to others. These are also metaphor you have to think. So what I'm refreshing, just for an example, that Haridas Thakur was beaten, but he was so much absorbed in holy name, even his some skin are falling apart, but he is wishing good to the beater who was punishing him. As a result, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered his body and took all the pain. He did not, so Haridas Thakur actually never felt any pain. So that's very interesting. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote many songs on that also. Maybe I could just give one warning. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur mentioned, Krishna reminded me now. He said, we should not be humble when interacting with rascals, false pretenders, crooked and cunning cheaters or demons. No matter how they are dressed, what so-called position they have, who they are assuming or presenting themselves. The Mahajanas, great spiritual authorities, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, have advised that one's humility should not be made evident in front of anyone and everyone. To express one's humility in front of an atheist who is envious to Sri Guru and Vaishnava, in front of a demoniac person like Ravana, in front of a pretender, Brahmana is not a Vaishnava seva. It is not actually serving holy name. Nor it is Trinadapi Sunichana, Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur says. If a person does so, he can never attain the ability to perform kirtan, nor can he develop taste for chanting the holy name. In fact, such a misplaced display of humility is an act of violence toward the other living being. Anybody, criticizing Vaishnava, we don't have to be humble to that. No, we don't tolerate this. If you cannot correct, walk out. So what's the conclusion? Our position, as I understand, is not to judge anyone or anyone's devotional level. We must first look within myself, within ourselves, see where we stand. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur highlights 4 Vaishnava qualities that one must possess to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Danya Daya Annamana Pratishta Varjan Chari Gune Guni Hai Karaha Kirtan. You can chant when you have these four qualities. One must have humility, compassion, respect for others, and be completely free from material name, fame, desire. One must develop this to all Vaishnava to bless us with this quality. Then we can also be Vaishnavas. In this vision of a Vaishnava, everyone is superior to them and they consider themselves the lowest. This type of mindset makes a person humble. They can chant the Mahamantra without offenses, which is the seed of developing pure love for Krishna. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. So we will recite next week Na Dhanam Na Janam, verse 4. Okay, any takeaway from anyone? I have 1 minute. Yes, Mother Sushilpa Devi.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandvat Pranam, all goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so very much, Prabhuji. Welcome to Tampa. See you soon in person. Thank you so very much for
Hare
accepting
Krishna.
the invitation. Prabhuji, thank you so very much. Very, very most important shloka and most quoted by all the Maharajas every time. Thank you so very much for giving all the insights and examples. The driver example was very very helpful because we always see a few Matajis or Prabhujis. Intention is good; they are all working for Krishna, but then just their voice, which is kind of predominating, sometimes it's hard to accept. So through actions we don't react. I don't react, but then in the subtle body that comes, oh, I cannot tolerate for a long time. So is that also an offense, Prabhuji? And how long should we tolerate it? That's one example. Second, if new devotees, they try to come, but they're not ready to accept the Harinam or so, but they are in a level where they want to serve, only serve, come and serve in general, like Karmi philosophy or so forth. So how long can we tolerate them? Because materialistic talks come in, but we don't want to be part of it. Just hear, but how long should we hear? If you can please add.
If you think yourself, you're a mother.
Yes.
If one child doesn't want to study and go to school, you figure it out how to not trick all by any means to make him eager to learn. You will endeavor or take him to another friend who will encourage him to go to school. School will be fun. So like this, you constantly endeavor, no, as a mother, because you cannot tolerate the child who will not go to school and don't want to study. And eventually, of course, you can pray also, and eventually it will be facilitated or environment will be created where the child will like to go to school or maybe homeschool, something. So similarly, every devotee comes, they must chant. If they're not given, means maybe some friendship did not uplift their consciousness yet. The importance of chanting, not just chanting, importance of chanting. Why they come to do some service? For what? What are you trying to get? Well, I just want to serve. Okay, that's very nice. But Krishna will be happy if you just calling out. Call him out. Just say Hare Krishna. Yeah, Hare Krishna. Okay. Then slowly, 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 slowly. Even if they keep on serving and don't chant, their heart will get purified and then they will start chanting. But it's a good intention you have. So that's nice. That's very nice. Yes, I agree. There are a lot of sometimes visible, especially in the West. They don't like to chant. They do some services. That's how it is. But as long we are clear that we have to serve them in a way that they will feel attracted. So it requires some meditation. Maybe you can pray to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to engage you such a way that you will be able to bring them to that level of attraction to chant.
Thank you so very much, Prabhuji. That's definitely helpful.
Yeah.
And the first one, where it's just the voice which is predominant, but the intention is good. But my consciousness is not to the level of accepting. So, any tips there, Prabhuji? Is it an offense?
I mean, to be honestly, I think always myself that I have somewhere, some life, I did something wrong, and it's just showing us right now. When I try to correct myself, I see the environment changes. It's very mystical. It is not only the philosophy, in a reality, we see it changes. So if you can do that, just take the responsibility of correcting yourself, even though you may say, well, I don't have anything. I don't remember anything I did wrong. No, tolerating is a intention from within. I'm going to tolerate because why this scenery is affecting me? Because I have done something, some life. So I must learn. Force yourself to tolerate. Force yourself to tolerate. Then you'll see the environment will change. When this new bhakta, generally in America, when they go to bathroom, they don't put wet hand on the doorknob. Generally they dry it and then, open the door knob of the bathroom. It's been going on, and then this devotee who was hosting this new bhakta in the room felt like, do you mind of just wiping your hand to doorknob? I mean, it's like every day, like every time I touch the doorknob to open the door, bathroom door is like it has wet water. Oh, yes. I'll do that. Okay. So it's going on like this, but nothing changed. It's like something is wrong. Maybe I should be angry. But then I remember talking with us. I said, just tolerate and see something wrong with you. But I don't see anything wrong. I said, that's another wrong, that you don't see anything wrong. You're not accepting that you could have done wrong. So finally, accepted. Okay. So seriously thinking, my Lord, please forgive me. I have done probably. Next day, went to the Mangalarti, waking up the deity and realized it was so cold. And putting the water in the lotus feet on the hand, to offer bhoga, you take the flute out and putting water everywhere, Achman, is all cold water. It's stuck. Oh my God, I'm putting cold water all over the body, mouth and the feet and the hand of the Lord, and I never wipe it. I wonder how the Lord feel that how am I serving? Oh, please forgive me, my Lord. I'm sorry. I'm not even aware. I'm putting this cold hand water on your body and not wiping. And he corrected. After correcting and apologizing, regretting, automatically that new bhakta never put any more wet water in the doorknob. It's the silliest thing, but it bothered. And it, that devotee is still alive, was like shocked, like, wow, when we actually correct ourselves, outside environment changes its own vision that we are. Now, don't take it in a wrong way. I'm not saying something wrong with you, but try to always see that we don't know previous life what we did, something that this life is showing like this. Is that okay?
Definitely helpful, Prabhuji, because sometimes my voice also might affect there. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. It's very helpful.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Mother Kamala Kishori Devi.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavad pranams to you so much. Thanks for this wonderful session week by week. It's really enriching. And thanks to all the Vaishnavas joining here and, being part of this discussion. So Prabhu, I know this verse is very, 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 very important in any devotee's life or in anybody's life. Very important verse where you stresses, Mahaprabhu stresses the point of being humble and tolerant. The most difficult thing when there is a false ego, these two things are very difficult to
Yeah.
Because the false ego is opposite of these two.
Yeah.
So, and also you talked about 3 stages, Prabhu, of chanting. First is offensive stage, and the second you said is, I didn't follow that one. What is the second stage, Prabhu?
Namabhas.
Okay, Namabhas. The second stage is Namabhas. The third stage is pure stage.
Yes.
So, most of the time we are in the offensive stage only. And it goes hand in hand with the chanting, goes hand in hand with being tolerant and humble. So, if you want to go to the pure state, you have to have the qualities of being humble and tolerant and giving respect. So, it's all hand in hand, going hand in hand. But the thing is, Prabhu, how we can, okay, I can tolerate, I can try to be humble, but not humble as humble inside, but outside I'm trying to be humble because I have to be to get to that state. But at what point everything will flow together?
As I change myself, my attitude changes. Outside world may not see, but I will experience that joy, happiness. And actually, each of us will see and feel, really feel, I'm useless. I'm just not good at all. And I feel like so lowly, but joyful keeps us going. And we don't want to give up. Our steadiness or accepting Krishna is so strong that time that we will not buzz for anything. And you will be surprised yourself, like, wow, I'm giving priority on holy name. I don't have any qualification. Everybody else is like a better, more qualified than me. You like feel it. You feel it. It's a genuine feeling. And you'll also know that means I'm advancing, but I'm not advanced. You will feel like you're advancing, but you'll also goes back. I'm not advanced. And that is the symptom that you're actually getting out.
Very difficult.
This is real. This is real. Because there is an inner happiness that you cannot stop. Inner happiness is so strong that you don't want to stop. At the same time, outside struggle, challenge is also strong. Now you're not complaining anymore. Before you were complaining our outside challenges. Now you're not complaining anymore. So it's very interesting stage. I realize I have another class in 3 minutes. I completely forgot. Okay. So looking forward to see on this next week. Will that be okay?
Yeah, Prabhu. So if you have any questions, we can post it in the chat group.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Thank you, dear devotee. Panchakal Putra Vishikapa
Sindhubhya eva cha
Patitanam
patitanam
Pavane
pavanebhyo
Vaishnavebho
Vaishnavebhyo
Namo
namo
Nama.
namaha.
Looking forward